looking at your list.
Oh, hello YouTube! What's up? I'm on TV. Welcome back, everybody. It's been so long. Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
I'm here now.
I am reviving this channel. We reached 777 subscribers.
Did you?
I just checked. It's literally 777.
God.
The lucky number. So what a better timing than to revive the channel. Robin's my new partner, by the way. I haven't
We've been together
you.
for a year and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi.
So Robin's my new partner.
Your partner.
My partner. Yeah, it's been a while. I've only uploaded on this channel since then, like board game tutorials and stuff. So
you did live streams.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh yeah. You
did
perhaps
live
know
streams.
Robin from a live stream or two.
I was in the chat sometimes.
Anyways, today we have come together for our first video of a row of many of just talking random nonsense that's been on our minds. But I haven't been doing this public speaking thing in a long time.
We're going to be arguing about movies.
Yes,
That's our plan
about
for
our top 10 favorite movies. And I don't know about you, but it was really weird putting this list together because I was like, top 10 movies, those are going to be all movies that have affected me so deeply emotionally. Like I've seen a lot of movies throughout my life. We watch movies pretty much on a daily basis, or at least on a
weekly basis.
On a weekly basis, we watch movies. We try to go watch a lot of new movies, a lot of things we haven't seen. So we've both seen a lot of stuff. But I don't know. I put this list together, and it was like, I'm much more of a TV show guy. I feel it's like TV shows. Of course, you can
get more time to
attach to
get
characters.
To know the character,
Exactly.
yeah.
You have a lot more time, obviously, to build strong character arcs, induce a lot of plot, have it grow subtly, but build to a big climax. And of course, movies, they only have 2-3 hours max to do all of that stuff. So if a movie manages to pull it off well, which a lot of the movies on my list do, that's a big accomplishment. But yeah, there are some movies on my list where I'm like, they're good. They're all very good movies, but
Right.
they don't compete with my
your favorite shows.
with my favorite
For me,
TV shows.
I put this list together in 5 minutes, and for me, the two kind of criteria that I tried to work with were how much did I like it personally? My taste is terrible, by the way. How much did I like it personally? And how much do I feel like it set out, it achieved the goal it set out to achieve? So, for example, a lot of movies, a lot of the Letterboxd Film Bros probably won't be on my list because I like a movie that I understand upon the first watch and just hit some emotional notes within me. That's the kind of movie that I like. So an animated movie, for example, the story can be quite simple and it doesn't have to be super deep or layered, but because it's simple, it's elegantly executed often. And I'm trying to see what is this movie trying to be, and is it that? If it's a comedy, is it funny? If it's a drama, is it dramatic? Because a lot of movies, they set out to be this huge epic thing, and I feel like they don't really quite reach the goal they set out to achieve. So that's kind of, my other criterion. Just, did I like it, and did it do what it says in the tin, basically?
Very, very well spoken, and I think that's very good criteria. And of course, I think with movies, it's at the end of the day, right, it's all about how much does this appeal to you on a gut level, right? And I feel because of that, my list is I'm 24 now. It's
mine's very much a gut list.
Yeah, and it's also the movies that you watched early on in your life when you were a kid. And you were obsessed with those movies. You watched them over and over and over. Whereas nowadays, it's I don't have time to watch movies that I see now 500 million times,
unless
right?
you
So it's
really like
at the top of my list, there's a lot of like childhood movies, but they like really formed my values that I stand for nowadays.
I've got some childhood movies, and for me it's like childhood movies and recency bias.
Yeah, recency
If I've
bias.
seen something recently, I will like it more.
Yeah.
There's one on here that
Ooh.
I've seen very recently, and if you ask me in a year what my favorite movies are, it will not be on the list anymore because I will just have forgotten it existed.
Yeah.
We should start at 10.
We should start at 10. Also, there is no Miyazaki movie on my list.
Gasp.
I would have
there's
thought.
one on mine.
I debated with like My Neighbor Totoro, but I don't know. I'm just coming back from a Japan trip, by the way, and I don't know. Maybe I've just seen too much Japanese stuff.
He's gonna make this his whole personality now that he's been to Japan.
Yeah, I don't know. I also threw this list together like while I was at my doctor today. I had 2 vaccine shots, so sorry if I'm a little bit bamboozled. Let's just see where this
just
goes.
back from holiday, jet lagged, bamboozled, vaccinated, ready
Oh
to
God,
rumble.
Robin just gave me an awesome massage while I was snoozing away on my bed. So, number 10. You want to start? I want to start.
I can start if you want.
Sure. Go.
Number 10.
Number 10. What?
My number 10 movie is the movie Robots. DreamWorks, I believe. DreamWorks Robots.
Oh.
Very nostalgic movie for me. I rewatched it last year, I think. I rewatched Robots, and then I think the year before I also rewatched it. But when I was a child, I would watch it religiously. It's about this robot boy named Rodney Copperbottom, I believe his name is, and he wants to make it as an inventor. He looks up to this inventor robot named Mr. Bigwell, I believe his name was. So he moves to the big city so he can meet his hero and follow his dreams and stuff. And then he gets there, and no, there will be spoilers. He gets there and he basically realizes his dream was a complete lie and a sham, and he like learns the harsh realities of society and of the industry he's trying to break into. And for a kids movie, okay, what I liked about it as a kid was there's a lot of like weird Goldberg machine roller coaster shit going on, and the robots are really funny. That's what I loved as a kid. That's such creative world building.
Oh.
What I loved watching it back as an adult is like the heartbreak of creativity that's just in this movie that they somehow pull off incredibly well. Like, I felt like as I rewatched it as an adult, I felt like I rediscovered this whole extra layer of meaning where it's like about capitalism, and it's about, can you actually be the kind of person you want to be? You can even read it in like a trans way, which is really interesting.
Wow.
I've seen a lot of those readings online as well. It's just, I feel like it's a deeply relatable story, and it has so much like cool world building around it.
Right.
But it took me a while to think of it, so that's why it's number 10 on my list and not any higher.
Cool.
But Robots, absolute fucking banger movie.
I'm saying like right, by the way. I have not seen this movie yet, actually.
You should watch it.
Yeah.
It will strike a chord. I think it will strike a chord with any like creative person that watches
It's
it.
DreamWorks?
I think it's DreamWorks,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm a big DreamWorks fan.
I think it's on Netflix.
So.
At least I watched it on Netflix last year.
Cool. All right, yeah.
Yours.
My number 10, number 12. I almost wanted to say because it's 12 Angry Men.
Ah.
Yeah.
You have talked to me about this movie.
I've talked to you about it. It's very old. It's from 1957, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great movie. Black and white, but that sure as hell doesn't mean it's lacking color in a narrative sense.
Whoa.
Wowsies. It's very short as well. It's very short and sweet. I think it's like just over an hour, 1.5 hours.
That's pretty doable.
And yeah, just really, really big on like, promoting critical thinking. So essentially the synopsis of it is you have these 12
Angry men. I would guess.
Juries are they called in English? I'm not sure. Actually, they're called juries in German. I'm German, by the way. Yeah, essentially 12 people that have to decide on whether this boy from Puerto Rico he is. You never actually see him in the movie, but he is accused of having committed a murder. And there's limited evidence on whether he's actually done it or not. And yeah, in the beginning, all 12 men are in favor of
Right.
killing him and putting him on the electric chair until one man speaks up and says, hey, don't we want to rethink this, right? There are a few things about this story that don't quite add up. And, yeah. Well, I don't want to, like, it's kind of predictable in a way where it's going.
I feel like I can already kind of guess where it goes.
But it's just the execution and watching it all unfold. It all takes place in one room and one confined location, by the way, which also just adds to the whole charm of it, I would say. It's just like a little bit of a pressure cooker type of storytelling, I feel, and it just unfolds so incredibly well. I've only seen it once, by the way. I really need to see it again, but it really stuck with me. Also, like, very highly proclaimed movie. I think it's like number 4 on like IMDb's top movies. Doesn't like maybe influenced me a little bit, those ratings, but yeah, 12 Angry Men. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a great watch.
That's a good number 10.
It's a good number 10, yeah. Number 9, should we go like I say my 2 movies in a row and you say 2 movies in a row and then like
sure, we can do that.
So I'll go on with my number 9 because it's kind of like bleeds over like the core message of it. So on my number 9 is the movie Don't Look Up. Have you seen it?
I did see it. Yeah, you recommended it to me. I didn't think it was that good.
You don't think it was?
I thought it was. Like, there was a moment at the end of the movie, which I won't spoil, the dinner scene. I thought that scene was really good, and I wished it would have ended there. If it had ended there, it would have been a great movie.
It pretty much ended there.
No.
There's a post-credit scene.
It did not end there.
The dinner scene? Well, yeah, well, it kind of...
anyways, a lot of weird shit happens after
what
that
is
that
this
I cannot
movie?
stand
So
by.
just like 12 Angry Men, which really, like, argues for the importance of critical thinking, Don't Look Up is really about the importance of just fucking listening to one another, like actually like unplugging your ears and like actually acknowledging what is happening around you in this world. What can I do as an individual to like well, do anything but like close myself off and just scroll through TikTok and video games and like just live in my pink little bubble all day. What happens in this fucking movie? So, yeah, essentially an asteroid is heading towards Earth, which is threatening to land on Earth within like 6 months. And the consequences, as scientists deduce, will be the annihilation of everybody on the planet. So, yeah, we have these 2 scientists, very well played by DiCaprio and, what's her name, Hunger Game girl, Jennifer Lawrence. Trying to raise awareness for this and being like, on the news, hey everybody, there's this asteroid and we gotta like fucking do something. And it's just like, I mean what am I like, what are like little schmoofus supposed to do about it, right? But then there's also like presidents who like, they don't really give a shit, like they pretend to give a shit, but they're like really, somebody is gonna take care of this, right? I just want to win my fucking elections. And then there's this other guy who's like, I love this role. He's like the embodiment of just like corporations, capitalism. He's like, but we could stop, we could blow up the asteroid, but we could also just like let it get closer and like explore it as it is heading towards Earth, because there's a lot of minerals on them and gold, and then it will like, we'll all be millionaires, and it's like just postpones the whole thing while the asteroid is heading towards Earth. Just brilliant satire overall. You know where it's heading. It's all right knowing where it's heading, and it just shows the hypocrisy of humans, of human natures. Played massive part in making me go vegan, actually. Because it really just it just like I was very much in my own like pink little bubble at the point of watching the movie, and it just gave me like a snap out of it, right? Do something about climate change. What can I do? Become vegan. Like that's the best thing you can do against climate change.
That is true.
As a mere mortal.
I think, yeah. I mean, I guess I have hippie parents, right? Who have always like instilled environmentalism into me since I was little.
Mm-hmm.
I have very like left-wing Green Party parents. Maybe cut that out, but so I guess like nothing the movie told me was really news to me, but I did like it as like a satire on the whole climate crisis. I found it funny, the whole like denialism that went on in the movie about the asteroid. Thought it was like, I guess in that sense, if one of my criteria is does it achieve what it sets out to do, I feel like it does that pretty well. Like I can imagine it waking people up to the realities.
Yeah, and I mean it doesn't have to be like, oh, this movie told me.
But I do think the ending sucked.
No, I love the ending. I love everything about this movie. I don't think there's.
Do you really like the very last bit?
Yeah, I love it. Oh. I think it's pretty awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, honestly, again, there's probably some flaws with it. No, I can't come up with any flaws with it. I think it's a great movie.
The ending.
It's a great fucking movie. Flaws. You can choose to ignore the ending if you want to. It's like post-credits.
It's still there.
Okay, we've already been yapping for 16 minutes, actually, and we still got a bunch of movies to go. Okay. So what's your number 9?
My number 9 is My Neighbor Totoro. Because... Okay, recency bias and nostalgia bias. It's the first Studio Ghibli movie I ever watched with my sister. Me and my sister were besties. We've always been. She's way older than me, so she was basically like a more fun mom. But yeah, we watched it together, and then us two recently watched it again. And at the bus stop scene, I cried so hard. Not because anything sad was happening, but because I wished so badly that Totoro was real.
Right.
Like, Totoro, it's just the perfect comfort movie for me. It's like that perfect, like, sad melancholy, that Studio Ghibli weirdness. I think the artwork is incredibly beautiful, like the style. I think there's no flaws within Totoro.
I'm really glad you have it on the list, because I was debating... Honestly, it should be on my list somewhere, but then I was like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because I already had too many... I don't have that many animated movies on it, but I don't know. I felt like... No, I love Totoro. I love Totoro to bits. I had Japanese friends back when I was a kid, and I watched that movie so often. And then we recently watched it, and it's just... I cried... Gosh, I cried my eyes out when the sister
so
just
good.
Told May... Do you want mom to die?
God, that scene.
Oh, that struck me, and then she goes like, she takes the cord on the dog and tries to get to mom.
I think something Hayao Miyazaki really understands is how kids grieve.
Right.
Because the way kids grieve, it's unlike anything else, and it's so interesting. Like, you can clearly understand that, like, the two sisters, they don't understand what's going on with their mom. But they just have to, like, deal with it.
Right.
And they deal with it in the way that kids deal with it. And I think it's so good.
The movie should honestly be on my list. But that would mean that I'd have to
get rid of
another one.
My number 8, since you wanted to do 2 and 2.
Yeah.
My number 8 is the movie Mean Girls.
Whoa! Oh my goodness, how did I not think of
Now I'm thinking I should have switched 8 and 9 around, because I definitely think Totoro is better than Mean Girls. But... like, with my criteria, right? Mean Girls as a comedy, I think it's perfect.
I think
it's of its time. It's like the perfect comedy for its time. It perfectly achieves the goal it sets out to achieve. It doesn't try to do anything more. That scene where, what's her name, Katie? Where she's at the top of the stairs, just like, or like, no, Regina, I think. She's at the top of the stairs just looking on at all of the other kids in the high school fighting. So fucking funny.
Honestly.
I feel like there's no movie that I quote more than Mean Girls. It's always going to be relevant to me. I think Mean Girls is an incredible film, honestly.
I don't have any comedy about... Well, I mean... No, there's definitely some comedic movies, but they're... Like comedy is not like their main, like like DNA. Well, maybe actually later. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But
You're number 8.
no, I wanted to like talk about Mean Girls a little bit because
It's a fucking banger.
it's a really, and it's beyond, like, it goes deeper than comedy, right? It goes like into just like social, the social spiels between high school girls, and
Yeah, like
it's
that
like,
is
it's
relevant. That's
it's-
relevant to high schoolers.
yeah, but it was also like horrifying to me in the same way. It was bad.
It's just the psychological warfare that goes on between
Yeah.
high school girls.
It's
like,
really intelligent. It's
in
really,
a way, it's very realistic to the high school girl experience,
Mm-hmm.
but obviously way exaggerated and very 2000s and incredibly offensive.
Gosh, I want to watch it again.
Yeah,
I want to watch
honestly.
it again.
I watched it for its anniversary screening in cinema, and it was awesome.
Yeah. All right, number 8. Also potentially recency bias because we just watched it together. It's Forrest Gump.
Ugh, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. Oh my gosh,
Forrest Gump.
what a movie. What a
God.
movie. Made me want to drink 15 of them Dr. Peppers all at once.
Bubblegum
No.
shrimp.
Bubblegum shrimp.
It's so good.
It's just from start to finish. It's got so many different tones, right? It's just got like, sentiment. It's got whimsy. It's got just, like slice of life. It's got fucking everything in there. It's got a bunch of history in there.
It's got an unreliable narrator who is also lovable.
Right.
Which I feel like that definitely happens, but I feel like it doesn't happen as often as it
Yeah,
should.
do I need to explain the synopsis of Forrest Gump?
think
Everybody
everyone
knows
knows it.
Forrest
I've
Gump,
even,
right?
I've even seen Forrest Gump again after we watched it together.
Oh, you watched it
recently.
again?
I rewatched it because it was on TV, and I was home alone. And I just really wanted to watch it.
Well, Home Alone, is that like hinting at another movie?
I haven't actually seen any Home Alone movies.
Yeah, no, Home Alone,
should,
I would
though.
never in a million
I
years
should
would that
watch
be
it.
on
We
my
need to
top.
watch.
It's a good
we
movie
need to
though.
watch it on Christmas.
Yeah, good Christmas
should.
movie. Remember, I for top 10 movies.
I've never seen it.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
Number?
Forrest Gump, great movie. Watch it. Now it's my turn with number 7, right?
Number 7.
Number 7. Also a movie we watched recently.
I've got so much recency bias in here. Don't even worry about it.
It's Dead Poets Society.
May or may not also be on my list.
Oh my god, Dead Poets
so
Society.
good.
It's my dad's favorite movie, he told me. And yeah, it's just, God, where do I start with Dead Poets Society? Probably the most lovable character that isn't an animal in movie history ever. No, Forrest Gump is very lovable as well, but like,
Do you mean the main guy?
yeah, John Keating, the teacher.
Oh yeah.
Who's a more
He
sympathetic
reminds me
character?
so much of my history teacher from high school.
Yeah, I think we all have a John Keating teacher.
We do.
Right?
Yeah.
And oh wow. Okay, what is it about? You probably know Dead Poets Society, but like still, right? It's like about this group of boys at this like elitist school, and they get like drilled on with like
Crazy pressure. On
crazy
the shoulders.
pressure. Right? You got to be excellent at your mathematics. They have Latin class. Latin's a pretty cool subject, actually, very underrated. Yeah, they got all that busy work, right? But they also have English class, poetry class, right? And it's also, they get it taught through like a textbook, right? They're supposed to learn about, the big poets because that's what the curriculum asks them to do. But then they have this teacher who fucking gets it, right? And he's like, just such a breath of fresh air, and he tells them, get rid of those fucking books, rip the pages out of those books, and then he goes to them and he whispers, Carpe diem.
Basically,
Carpe
this.
diem. What will your verse be? One of the greatest quotes in any movie ever.
Yeah.
Just do something with your life, right?
Basically,
you got a voice. You got something to add to this world, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, what this movie really does is, I mean, obviously these kids, they're getting drilled to follow a certain curriculum. But what this teacher does is he just wants them to be people who think for themselves.
Right, yeah.
Whether that makes them successful monetarily or otherwise in life or not, he just wants them to think for themselves. And it's a beautiful film. It's a perfect autumn watch as well.
Yeah,
It's very
absolutely.
autumnal. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
In general, like just movies that like promote critical thinking. Got a lot of those actually. Do I? This one's right up there.
You're a big fan of movies about thinking things.
Yeah, thinking is my favorite thing to do, right?
It's my least favorite thing to do.
Well, it's my favorite thing to do. Just sit around and think and overthink and just like sit in bed and just do nothing else.
Right.
Okay.
See, I do the same thing, but in a negative manner.
What's your number 7?
My number 7 is the movie The Terminal, which is also recent.
Whoa, that's
the
very
most recent movie I watched.
Oh, The Terminal is excellent.
It was so fucking good. I watched it, my phone broke the other week, and I needed something to do instead of because I was home alone.
Home Alone? Mentioned twice already.
Home Alone mentioned twice already. I was home alone. My phone broke. I needed to contact my family, and I needed to contact like work things, and I was kind of panicking about it. So I just put on The Terminal, and it was perfect in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
There's something. I watched it once as a kid when it was on TV during New Year's, I think, with my dad, and I didn't remember anything about it. But the idea of living in an airport always intrigued me. I just love the setting of that movie. That's why it's so high on my list. It's not something I would ever want to do in real life because it seems like hell. But like, I don't know, the idea
You just said the idea of living in an airport has always intrigued me.
Yeah, intrigues me. Like the idea of someone having to survive in like a bubble where kind of everything can be provided for them. They don't need to work a job, but also it's hostile. It's an actively hostile environment that doesn't want you there. I think I've always been fascinated by that kind of liminal space, but making it permanent.
Yeah, it's very unique.
And that's very
setting,
interesting
for sure.
to me. I think that's also, a couple years ago I was really hyper-fixated on Antarctica. I think I just like the idea of like a hostile environment and then having to stay there.
Yeah.
I think that's always like an interesting plot point for me.
Also,
And I think it really like utilizes the world and the community that's in that airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, again, very lovable character played by Tom Hanks.
Incredible.
He's such a sweetheart.
I love Tom Hanks playing a little guy. I fucking love it when Tom Hanks just plays a lovable little guy.
Yeah, and it really, honestly, so far our list really goes against like you need to have like grim, evil characters.
I don't give a fuck.
It's like
I truly don't care.
I like my grim, evil characters, like morally ambiguous, as you'll see with my next one.
Me too.
But,
wait, who's next?
who's next? This was your number 7, right?
Yeah.
So what's your number 6?
My number 6 is the movie Knives Out.
Whoa!
More recency bias. It was my first murder mystery I've ever watched, but it just stuck with me.
Wow.
I'm thinking now I probably would put The Terminal above Knives Out. I think if I were to like redo this list, I would shuffle them around a little bit. But yeah, first murder mystery ever, and I thought it was really fucking good. Like, it was funny, witty, the cinematography was really great, it was also very autumnal, and it just kind of, it gripped me in a way. Like, where I was like, this is a very interesting thing. Probably also because I've never consumed any other murder mystery before.
Wow.
So this is my introduction to murder mystery.
To be honest, I mean, it's I used to write murder mystery games, as you all should know who've been following this channel.
If you're real Paulus Gonzalez fans know this.
You've played all the murder mystery games, yeah. You've learned German just to play them. But I think it might be the best murder mystery, actually, that
It's opened the door to murder mystery for me.
Yeah, because I've never really been that much of a guy to watch murder mystery, or read, actually. I played those games.
You like actively solving the mystery and them being interactive, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but also, yeah, these two movies, Knives Out, and then its sequel, Glass Onion, they're great. There's a new one coming out this year as well, which I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
I love Benoit Blanc as a character. He's He's great.
He's very fun.
Yeah, and I think the mystery is just really smart as well. This one, it's
Not gonna lie, I already like don't remember most of the plot. I do remember it when I'm starting to think about it, but not when I put it on this list. I was just like, I know it made an impact on me, and I know it was good.
yeah,
Yeah.
great movie. You should watch it. First movie I ever watched by myself at the cinema. Actually, fun fact.
Hell yeah.
Fun fact. Number 6, one that really got me into movies, and it's like, I think like film connoisseurs are gonna be like, oh, really, you really got that on your list, but
do we care about what film connoisseurs?
Who gives a shit what you guys think, right? Yeah, honestly, Mean Girls is a very valid call though, but for me it's Joker.
Still haven't seen it.
Not a big fan of like the Marvel and DC and all that shenanigans.
I'm editing
but
this right now.
I am very much a fan of just like social issues and just watching. I mean, it's not the first movie to have done this, right?
You also just love a villain.
I love, but like not just villain, just like I love like what's led up to them being how they are, right? And it's like with you've had Taxi Driver, you've had this all the way back with German dramas with Wojciech, great movie with Klaus Kinski, by the way. But like Joker, it's just like it's modern, it's colorful, I wouldn't say it's fun, it's just interesting.
I feel like it probably scratches. I haven't seen it, but I feel like it probably kind of scratches the Breaking Bad itch a little bit.
It does. But then
and
again,
the BoJack Horseman itch, maybe.
Yeah, but those are much more educated, intelligent characters that frankly should know better.
Yeah.
Whereas the Joker, he's just, he's really very much bottom of society. He hasn't had a proper education. He's just scraping by. He's what's his name, Arthur? He's just got his job as this clown trying to make people laugh, right? He's genuinely like trying to do his best, and he just society is just not very friendly with him, right? He gets like his sign stolen by these teenagers who beat him up. He gets mocked on television. His mother doesn't believe in him. He's got no friends. And just seeing everything come together, like how far can a person be pushed until they snap? I think that's a premise that's always gonna make for a very interesting watch. But I think Joker, it's just like one of the first kinds of these movies that I saw, modernization of this storyline that we've all grown up with, but again put into modern context, very real, very gripping. And I also, by the way, I like Joker too. Again, going against all the haters, I thought it was very good. It was very fun to watch. But yeah, no, Joker 1 definitely stands above.
I've only seen memes about it. The only thing I really know about Joker is what it did to an entire generation of men, which I don't like. The only thing I know about it is the memes and the sad posts with grey backgrounds and Joker quotes.
Yeah, definitely not like...
I just know the why so serious.
Oh yeah, I don't care about like Joker and Batman movies. I care about Joker in this movie because it's like an alternate universe as well. Yeah.
This is definitely this is for sure going to be the only superhero adjacent movie on your list.
Yeah, it's not even like it's a very much an anti-hero movie, right?
Number 5.
Number 5. I also dressed up as Joker for Halloween 2019.
Oh my god.
Cool. Truman Show. is my number
I
5.
forgot that one existed when I made my list.
You would have probably put it on there as well, right?
I don't know what I would replace it with, but I do agree that it should be in the top 10.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm a very big Black Mirror fan, but obviously I couldn't put any Black Mirror episodes on here because
They're not movies.
They're not movies. No. But it's just Truman Show very much like gives that Black Mirror like vibe. Not to say it can't be.
It's like Black Mirror before Black Mirror.
Yes, but then again, there was like Twilight Zone, right? Which I haven't seen yet. Actually, I haven't seen Twilight Zone. Really should, but it's just like a little bit too old, maybe.
I feel
I'm definitely gonna watch
Isn't Twilight Zone also a bit goofy?
I don't know. I
thought it was also
know.
like meant to be kind of funny, but I've never seen it either.
I mean, Black Mirror has its fun moment. Anyways,
Black
this is
Mirror
about
has
Truman
its
Show. Truman Show. Truman Show is very funny.
Yeah.
Funny and at the same time horribly frightening.
The director's so scary.
The director, just what people are willing to do to others for purely entertainment, right? Very relevant as well with like streaming services now, like streamers, live streaming, and all the stuff that goes on.
He was the OG IRL streamer. And
Yeah.
You don't even know it.
Yeah. Anyways, what's it about? It's about this whole TV show, live stream TV show, where it's essentially just one person's life streamed from start to finish. There's like an entire set, an entire world built that he's born into. It's a movie set. Everybody on set is in on it, so they are playing relationships. They're acting relationships towards him. None of the emotions they feel towards him are actually real, and he is in his like early mid-30s or something when he starts to realize things aren't quite making sense. There's a lot of technical issues that let him. Well, I don't want to like take anything away, but that's the premise, right? Like a guy whose entire life is being streamed to the public
and manipulated for this purposes of entertainment.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Horrifying watch, entertaining watch.
It's a good movie.
Brilliant movie. No flaws whatsoever. Iconic pictures as well. Just like when he gets up those stairs, man.
Very cool. Yeah,
one of the most iconic shots of all time. Yeah, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is one that you're not going to agree with, that you think is overrated. It's WALL-E.
I thought you were going to say Interstellar.
No, Interstellar's not on my list, even though I did like it a lot.
Good.
No, it's WALL-E. It's WALL-E. I played the game on PlayStation a billion times. I think that's the only game that I've actually played, like start to finish, actually finished.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. It's so good. I love the characters of Wally and Eve. It just made me feel things. I like the apocalyptic scenario, again, like a bit of a climate message, you know.
Right.
I like the little fat guys and their little worlds, the big spaceship. I don't know. It's just a really good movie. It's so nostalgic for me. It's also such a comfort watch. I watched it again last year, and I was like, this is. I watched it again last year without knowing that it's like kind of universally accepted to be one of the best Pixar films. I didn't know that. I just thought that I was the only person who liked it from when I was little, and I hadn't seen it in years. I watched it again, and I was just fucking blown away by how good it was. It's just actually an amazing movie.
Yeah, I mean, I should be nostalgia biased for it because it was really one of those. It was one of the few movies I was able to watch over and over as a kid. We didn't have many DVDs. We didn't have. Yeah. We only had we didn't have cable.
I don't think mine is much nostalgia bias though, because
I watched WALL-E a lot, but
I didn't watch it that much as a kid, and I didn't remember it being good. And then I watched it again as an adult, and I was like, "Oh, it's really good."
Yeah, there are just other Pixar movies that I feel are better. Which I don't have on my list, by the way. maybe because I was afraid of seeming a little bit too innocent with my picks. But yeah, no.
I was fully honest. For the record, my picks, this is a reflection of me.
No, I'm
fully
happy with.
I'm not pretentious.
No, this is a.
I'm not
good
an
reflection
IMDb
of
guy
myself,
like him.
But it's also like, I have like. I want to put Ratatouille on there.
Oh, Ratatouille is fucking
Ratatouille is better than WALL-E, for sure. But sorry, I'm shitting on your option. But there's just another movie which like expresses the core of Ratatouille better, in my opinion, which is gonna come up later. Well, it's debatable. No, excellent movie. Still, WALL-E.
Very good.
All right.
It's awesome.
Go on. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Dead Poets Society, which we've already talked about.
Right. Okay. You want to say anything else about Dead Poets Society, or?
There's one. I think it's okay. Yes, there's one thing. I think Dead Poets Society explores male friendship in a really interesting way. Because they're very loving towards each other, but in that like boyish high school way,
There's only one female character in the entire movie, right?
I think so. I don't know. But
No. They invite.
Explores, yeah, they invite the girls over and stuff. But
into
it
their
explores
cave.
male friendship in such an interesting way. And I won't spoil it, but there's one incredibly tragic scene where someone loses a friend, and you can just see like his entire world crumbling because he doesn't have this friend anymore.
Gosh.
And I feel like the way these guys all love each other so much without really saying it is incredibly beautiful.
Absolutely.
I think it's such like a healthy dynamic that they have, and it's so interesting. That's why I put it on number 4, because I just love the interactions between those boys as well.
Beautifully said. Absolutely beautiful. My number 4, I don't know, like trigger warning perhaps, but it's just these movies made up my childhood. I watched them more times than any other movies. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know which movies I'm talking about.
I think it's Harry Potter.
It's Harry Potter. I am a Harry Potter. No credit to the author whatsoever. She's on some crazy drugs right now, but it's just those memories that those movies gave me, the values that I grew up with, which are still values I stand by, what they gave to me. And yeah, I only wanted to limit it to one Harry Potter movie, and that is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I think it is the best. Is it the best book? I'm not sure. It is definitely the best movie.
I think it was one of my... When I grew up super into Harry Potter as well. I never watched the movies, but I read the books a lot. Now I don't like it anymore. But yeah, I think Prisoner of Azkaban was also one of my favorites at the time.
I think it's just... Well, they changed the entire set for the third movie, which for the better, I think. I just think it's a lot more mature. There's also, you got Professor Lupin, which I think is one of my favorite teachers from the entire series. Things start getting so much darker.
It's like it's like very much a shift in the third book, where it's suddenly like I think one thing I always found very interesting in Harry Potter is how like the books age as you age. Like I grew up reading it, and there was one point where like I read a bit too far, a bit above my age range, and then I stopped reading because I got really scared. But I think it's really interesting how you can kind of grow up with it, because it gets more mature with each.
So much fantastic symbolism and just like visuals in this one as well, like the Dementors specifically as like a metaphor for depression, right? Dealing with depression, with gloom, right? When you just feel like there's nothing in your life to give you light anymore. Really important, right? Just, oh my goodness, there's just the entire second half of the movie is essentially the whole reveal with like what is actually happening, like who is Harry's godfather, and what relationship was he to Lupin, his dad, right? There's so many plot twists. There's so many, just like this mystery unfolding in such an eye-opening way, and yeah, oh my goodness, the time turners, the time traveling time turner scene is brilliantly done, and of course the final act of the movie with Harry casting his Patronus, casting a real full form Patronus to just like get rid of all these Dementors to get his godfather to survive. That is so powerful. Almost as powerful as him then like saving Buckbeak.
And a billion spoilers over here.
Billion spoilers, but like you've all seen the Harry Potter movies, right? And Buckbeak flying away with Sirius with the full moon in the background, and they're finally free. It's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. I could gush about this movie so long. Number 3, okay, it's a lot more lighthearted. I mean, Harry Potter movies are relatively lighthearted, right?
They've got whimsy.
They've got whimsy, but this movie's got a lot of whimsy. It's Kung Fu Panda. Oh yeah. I love Kung Fu Panda. I love
Kung Fu Panda fucks.
Kung Fu Panda slaps ass, yo. And
said no one ever.
Just Kung Fu Panda. It's pretty much the first 2 Kung Fu Pandas, pretty much on one spot for me, because it's really hard to like say which one. Like they both. It's essentially Rocky, the Rocky movie. I haven't seen Rocky actually, but like I know that it's like the classic like underdog story, like persistence, right? Believe in your dreams and you will prosper. And Kung Fu Panda just does that, tells that story with so much heart, whilst having the protagonist just being thoroughly lovable and staying true to himself. And yeah, it's just the whole atmosphere of it. The music by Hans Zimmer is fantastic. I just listened to it today while it's on my bus ride here. I could gush on and on about these 2 movies. They are flawless animated movies. No, there's one value flaw that I see with this one, and it's staying in a toxic environment. And like this movie encourages you to stay in a toxic environment. That's
not good.
Or it doesn't encourage you.
It
doesn't encourage you to do it, but like Poe very much does it. Like the Furious 5, they're just fucking assholes. They are just fucking assholes, jealous, and I mean, kind of like, you know, I can kind of see where they're coming from, but like you still don't have to like let it out on a poor guy. It's not his fault. Like he's just pursuing his dream.
I guess there is value in like if you know you can get something out of a toxic environment, knowing how to deal with it. I guess there is value in that. Knowing how to deal with it,
yeah.
Because like he's a fucking dragon warrior.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bloody is.
That's a good thing to be.
Then again, if your teacher literally beats you up and humiliates you, and
that's not very good.
That's not a very good. Like, yeah, you should fucking speak up for yourself, Poe. You should have done that.
Yeah.
But the rest of the movie, top notch. Also, very good German dub. All right, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is the movie The Wild Robots.
Whoa, I thought that would be... Yeah, I
have not...
to be so high.
I have not read the book yet. I really want to. I think I probably will somewhere over the coming months because I feel like it's good for this time of year probably. But The Wild Robot is about this robot named Roz who has like... She's been created to get a task and complete the task. That's her purpose. So she's basically like a household robot where... You're supposed to like get a Roz and just give her tasks and she will do them. But the shipment, she's like on her way to her new owners, but the shipment gets lost at sea and she lands on an island full of wild animals instead. And she has to like try to get back to where she's from, but in doing so, she learns from the animals, and she learns to step away from what she was programmed to be to become something new, and she learns to listen with her heart instead of her programming. Basically, she gains a soul and like befriends these animals and saves them. And it's such a beautiful movie. I think visually it's fucking stunning. I think the way it handles death is very funny and very good. Like, you don't see many kids movies where death can be both something very serious and also a punchline and a joke, you know? It's
Puss
like...
in Boots too.
I guess, yeah, that's true, but I feel like... I guess DreamWorks generally handles heavier topics better than Disney, in my opinion. It just dares to cross lines more that Disney doesn't really cross, I feel. Like, it can be a bit more crude in its humor and a bit more on the nose in certain things. But, yeah, Wild Robot, I love it. I feel like the way it promotes learning from and about nature is very good. The way it kind of takes a stance against just doing what you're told. You know, it's a critical thinking movie. You like critical thinking movies.
I definitely enjoyed
the bonds
Wild
the
Robot.
characters form, because basically this robot has to become a mother because this goose imprints on her, this baby goose, and it's, I don't know, I feel like you can really project a lot of things onto it. I felt like it very much also communicated kind of like a neurodivergent experience, like being in this world where everyone like has these ways of communicating that you don't know about, like these unwritten rules.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just it's really good. It's a very good movie.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's my number 3. My number 2 is the sexy tennis movie. It's Challengers, which you still haven't seen.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Oh
you told
my
me about that
God,
so often.
I walked out of that theater and I was absolutely fucking gagged. It was, oh my god, I can't even get, so Challengers, it's a movie. It's about tennis players. It's about these 2 male tennis players who are like rivals, and it's about the coach of one of them who is also his wife. And basically the premise of the movie is it's about the 3 of them and their bonds, and they have a big tennis match against each other. And basically if the husband of the wife loses, she's gonna leave him. That's kind of the whole thing. She's like, you need to fucking win this or I'm gonna divorce you spectacularly. Now, I've only seen this movie once and it's on number 2. I need to see it again because I feel like I can't go into enough detail, but the cinematography, the soundtrack, just this instrumental like techno music playing whenever they play tennis, and it's really fucking intense. It's like, I don't know, it's again one of those movies that has a goal that it sets out to achieve, and it just does so incredibly. Like, it creates a vibe that I've never seen anywhere before, and it just, the tension it builds up. I was like white knuckling the side of my cinema seat, just like at the edge of my seat, like.
White knuckling.
And it's also, it's a very sexy movie, to be fair. It's just a very sexy movie. A hot man playing tennis, what more can a person want, really?
Wow.
That's my number 2.
Wow. I thought the hottest tennis scene I've ever seen was like between Light and L and Death Note, but
That's also a sexy tennis scene, but you need to watch Challengers. It's the sexiest tennis movie I've ever seen.
I'm very intrigued now.
It's maybe the sexiest movie I've ever seen in general. It's so good.
Wow. Pretty cool.
There's one scene where the 2 male main characters, one of them is eating a churro, slowly making eye contact with the other one, and it's just, it's so gay.
Wow.
It's the gayest shit I've ever seen.
Wow. And I like churros as well.
In this movie, everything is a metaphor for tennis, except for tennis, which is a metaphor for sex. No, the other way around. Everything's a metaphor for sex except for tennis.
Which is a metaphor for?
Which is a metaphor for tennis.
That's deep, yo. All right. I'll trust you. Let's watch that like sometime. Where can you watch it?
I don't know where you can watch it. I think we need to buy it on YouTube or something.
Or like, pirate it or something. You shouldn't pirate stuff. I said nothing. All right, my number 2 movie. Oh my God, do I absolutely love this one. It's Lilo and Stitch.
Number 2. Okay, I know what your number 1 is.
You know what my number 1 is.
Yeah,
No
you know
spoilers.
what my number 1
I
is.
know what your number 1
You know
is.
what's coming.
No, oh my goodness. So I grew up I was so hyper fixated on Lilo and Stitch. Like, I did nothing else. I was like, so for me, it was like, because when you're young, you don't give a shit about like morals and values, and like, no, you do give a shit, but it's like what do you really give a shit about when you're young?
A funny blue little guy.
A funny blue little guy and his cousins, right? So I was really into like the Lilo and Stitch
But
show.
that's the show. That's not the movie.
No, exactly. But
you
it's
were
like
breaking the rules.
No, because it's like it's part of the story, okay? So I was really into like all the cousins and like, you know, they colorful little guys and they can all do colorful little stuff, right? It's essentially like, I was never into Pokemon, like Lilo and Stitch was superior.
That was your Pokemon.
That was my Pokemon.
I think
yeah.
Lilo and Stitch, the movie, the first one, the original one, is very good.
Yeah, I always thought it was super boring because it only had Stitch and not his cousins. So I was like, well, I mean, I want to see cool experiments, do cool shit. And then, oh my goodness, it's honestly, also objectively, I feel just the best Disney movie. For sure, the best
It's
Disney
up there.
2D animated movie. I don't know which. The best
It's up there.
Which Disney 2D animated movie is supposed to be better than Lilo and Stitch? It's got a freaking, so first of all, art-wise, it's got a freaking unique
I was
style
gonna talk about the animation
with the
style.
with the watercolors. It's beautiful. The setting, just the whole, like, first of all, like, location-wise, Hawaii and then fucking like space aliens merged in such a beautiful like visuals. It's eye candy. It's
Yeah.
and yeah.
You know
What the themes of it, just right, it's like it can be reduced to a single line, just Ohana means family, just the importance of family and what family actually means.
And found family.
Right?
as
Finding family, right? As some outcast, somebody who doesn't like know how to behave, like, right? It's like about Stitch, this blue alien coming to Earth. He knows nothing about like social norms and standards. He just wants to be understood, and he finds the people, Lilo, that actually like try to understand him, that try, you know, to pass on their values, to make him part of their family. And it's just, gosh, I watched the live action. We watched the live
We
action
watched it together in a way too fancy theater, and I had opinions.
I nostalgia cried thrice at least. It doesn't hold a candle to the original. It's still very. I thought it was very good, but the original Lilo and Stitch. Have you seen the original actually?
Yeah, I watched it. I've watched it multiple times.
Beautiful.
I watched it last year as well.
Yeah, it's honestly, I can't come up with any flaws for Lilo and Stitch.
One thing I love about Lilo and Stitch, I feel like after Lilo and Stitch, the art style of Disney just completely went down the shitter. Like, I feel like it peaked with Lilo and Stitch because the way the characters are proportioned is so interesting. Like, the way Lilo has, like, these stubby little limbs and she can actually be, like...
These stubby little limbs.
No, like, genuinely, like, she can just be a child. And,
Yeah.
like, the characters, they all look so different from each other, and they're so diverse, and they're so true to the people that they're supposed to represent, I feel. I feel like they're, like... I feel like Lilo and Stitch, in terms of its art style, is so unique, and they haven't been able to, like, hit that mark since, I feel. I feel like since then, Disney has just been doing the same shit over and over again.
Right.
When they could be doing beautiful watercolor artwork and, like, interesting proportions, and, I don't know, the way physics work... animation is so interesting.
What are, like, 2D animated movies that have come after Lilo and Stitch, actually? Like, from Disney?
I think it was their last one, wasn't it?
I think so. I can't think of, like, except for, like, little shorts or stuff.
Maybe, I don't know if, like... No, Atlantis was definitely before Lilo and Stitch,
Atlantis
right?
was before.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like it was definitely one of their last ones.
Yeah,
feel like
And that's like,
as a swan song for their 2D animation studio,
Right.
it was a very good movie.
the more I like think about it, so much stuff I haven't like discussed yet, but it's like also again like a story with like no clear like heroes and villains, right? You got the Ugly Duckling book. The Ugly Duckling book with Stitch just like in the forest of just being like I'm lost. It's so
Oh,
beautiful.
that made me cry when I rewatched it. The Ugly Duckling. Are you ready to get onto your number one? Or do you
Yeah, you know what my number one is.
I know what's coming.
You know what's coming. It's the Seventh Samurai. Nah, just kidding. That's fuck that movie. It's okay. No disrespect, but
No disrespect. No. This
Ah.
guy, he hates Seven Samurai more than anything else.
I hate Seven Samurai more than anything in the
He hates
world.
it more
and,
than murder and cruelty.
Oh, get away, you
he
freaking
hates
film
it more
nerds!
than fascism.
Ah, the Emperor is naked. Nobody enjoys this movie. Okay, no, yeah, but everybody enjoys this one. Was recently listed number one on the top 100 movies of the 21st century by the New York Times. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it, except for some people that call it overrated because it's just a grounded story.
Except for people who can't overcome the 1-inch barrier of reading subtitles.
Absolutely, like, a certain orange head. But what the hell? No, it's Parasite. Of course, it's Parasite. It was always going to be that movie. Wow. Bong Joon-ho. I just watched Mickey 17.
It's a very interesting pronunciation.
What's his... Bong Joon-ho.
I'm not gonna give it a try.
Alright.
I just know that's wrong.
No, I just watched Mickey 17 on the plane. Great movie. And all the movies I've seen of his, you got Memories of Murder, Okja, and that's actually plus this one.
Parasite.
And Parasite. Yeah, no, but that Parasite just stands above the rest. It's just, first of all, it is just really entertaining. Like, from start to finish, like a good movie should be, right? So, premise, you got this family, right? They're living, like, at the very bottom of society. They're folding pizza cartons for a living, for Christ's sake. And then they have this friend. He's a tutor, and he's going away for a few weeks. And he's like, hey, he talks to the boy of the family, and he's like, hey, I'm tutoring this girl, and I just need somebody to take over, so will you just take over for her while I'm out of the country for a few weeks? He's like, sure, I'll do it. Gonna be some easy cash, probably gonna be pay a little bit better than folding pizza boxes. And he gets into this household, and it's like, wow, these people are rich as heck. And he's like, maybe I could play it smart, and we could kind of like get my sister in here, and she could get a job as like they have another next to their girl. The rich family has another boy, and he needs art therapy, and then the girl pretends to be an art therapist, and they both play their jobs well, and then they're like, well, we're already making money, maybe we can make even more, like leech off this family. We could get our parents in here as well, and they all pretend to be like to be these housemaid worker roles to support the family. So very, very entertaining premise, but then beyond that, also just showing late stage capitalism, like as what it is, right? Especially in South Korea, but of course that transcends to all over the world, pretty much, right? So just very, very relevant theme, and it's like it's not hammering home any moral argument. It just really shows the state of what society is, and just really gives you a lot of food for thought because of that. It's so entertaining, so moving. There's so many tonal shifts in this movie. It really gets you through so many emotional states, but it works. It works so well. Great twists to the story, great characters, like everybody's just understandable to some degree. the finale, absolutely bone-chilling without... Like, if you haven't seen Parasite, do yourself a favor, drop what you're doing and just go watch the movie. I watched it in the cinema and I was like, I knew nothing about it going in. I watched it with my brother after COVID. It was like the first event we could do, like cinemas were opening, and that was like the first like cool thing you could do again. Wow, I was just squirming in my seat all that throughout the entire movie. Wow, South Korean drama is just, you got your Squid Games.
They're good at their things.
You got your
South
old
Koreans.
boys, but wow, Parasite is just like, watch it.
I
Watch
think
it and be
Parasite,
amazed.
one thing it does incredibly well is showing how much the rich family does not give a fuck about the poor people.
Right.
They don't, it doesn't even register for them that anyone is even struggling.
There is...
They live they're so far in their own bubble that they have no clue what's going on in the world.
And that is like at the end with the rainstorm, right? They
Yeah.
are like, there's just heavy rain.
Absolutely
Like,
devastating
going-
for this poor community
Yeah.
in Seoul, and this rich family's like, how nice, it's raining again.
We
Oh,
can
it's
throw
good
a
for the
birthday
plants.
party,
Let's throw a
right?
party.
Yeah. And it's, just those
Insane.
two, the contrast of that.
Yeah.
It's,
The juxtaposition of just like how absolutely harrowing and difficult life is for people of this lower class versus these rich people who don't even have to think about anything.
Absolutely.
They just let other people handle everything for them, and they just have to keep up appearances.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Very good movie.
All right. What's your number one? I know what it is.
My number. Listen, I do not fucking play about this movie. All right, I do not play about this movie. My number one, which I've seen 15 times, is a movie that's been out for 2 years, and I've seen it 15 times.
Rookie number. No, just kidding. I've only seen Parasite like 4 times.
I've seen it in cinemas, I think, 8 times. I bought it on
What?
YouTube. I saw it 8 times on cinema. I got a movie pass just so I could see it unlimited times. One time I got up early to see a morning screening of it by myself.
Wow.
I've seen the concert tour of the first movie in this series. I've seen the concert tour both dates in the Netherlands of the second movie in the series. I own an embarrassing amount of merchandise. This movie completely changed my life in insane ways. It's absolutely what I needed, perfectly at the right time. Went out of the movie theater seeing it the first time, crumbled into a little ball on the floor and just processed it. It is Across the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse? Okay, the criticism I've seen of this movie, right, is that it's a TikTok generation movie. It's a Gen Z attention span movie that's like to One time I watched it while I had a concussion. That was when we were at your house. Not a good idea. Did not help. Don't watch it when you have a concussion or if you have epilepsy. But Across the Spider-Verse is a perfect example for me of a movie that achieves what it sets out to achieve, but despite all odds. Because the production on this movie was a fucking mess. The production on this movie was insane. I believe in the last 6 weeks they changed around the entire ending, so they just had to do a whole bunch of shit again. And I don't think they even know what they're doing, but somehow it works perfectly. This is a movie where every time I rewatch it, which I do often, as you now know, I notice new things and new bits of storyline that hint at what the third movie will be, to the point where I now have in my head a pretty complete picture of what I think will happen just from watching the second movie so many times. What really inspires me about Spider-Verse is the design as well, because the movie came out right as I was graduating my illustration animation degree, and I had no fucking clue what I wanted to do with my art and my style, and I didn't really have a direction or anything. And this movie, hyperfixating on this movie just completely captivated me. It made me threw me into a regiment of study of art that I haven't been able to replicate since. But yeah, I don't know, I can't even go into it. Basically, multiverse Spider-Man movie. I'm sure you've seen it or heard about it. Loads of spider people. Miles Morales is trying to save his dad because his dad needs to die because Miles Morales is Spider-Man, and if his dad doesn't die, then the whole universe will collapse. Classic trolley problem. Do I save my dad or do I save the world? That's kind of the ethical dilemma of the movie. But then there's just so many layers added to it. One thing I noticed upon one of my more recent rewatches is that I think Gwen's universe is in the 90s. Like, I think she's in the past. I think they just added that as a detail, and then you only know it if you're, like, painstakingly analyzing everything, because she has, like, a really old computer. At one point, there's, like, a report card on the wall that says 1992. And it's just, like, these details, they do not matter for the story, but there's so many of these kinds of details just packed into it, where it's like, okay, Gwen's from the 90s. That's fucking sick. I only know that because I've seen the movie 15 times, and it's just every time I watch it, I keep discovering new things and learning more because it's so visually and story-wise, narrative-wise, it's so rich in detail, and you can tell that it's like, it feels like stepping into another world to watch this movie because they've thought about everything.
Right.
And I just love it. Also, Miguel O'Hara. Yeah.
Beautiful.
That was our list.
That was our list. Wow. Wow, we've been sitting here for over an hour
I
talking
have a
about
headache.
movies. Yeah.
That was a yap and a half.
Shout out to the Minecraft movie, and the Mario movie.
And The Room.
And Wreck-It Ralph.
And The Room.
And The Room,
and
yeah.
Birdemic, which I haven't seen yet.
Birdemic. What else? Wicked. And shout out to Cells at Work.
Dude.
Dude.
Shout out to Cells at Work, specifically the horrible English dub.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Cells at Work, I honestly, like...
Watch it. Go watch Cells at Work.
Screw Parasite, watch Cells at Work. If that's the only movie you'll watch for the rest of your life.
Watch Wish Dragon.
Wish Dragon.
What else? What other slop have we consumed?
What
other, like, slop that we liked is there? Let me open my letterbox.
I don't know, but I think Cells at Work is pretty much like, it was the first...
Shout out K-pop Demon Hunters. Shout out Superman! Shout out Superman! Fuck!
Cells at Work, first movie I watched in this thing. Okay, I think we should cut this quits because it's already like way too long of a video. Bye, everybody! Thank you for watching, and see you soon.